You're watching the SCAC Player of the Week interviews. It's week 4 of the 2021 fall season, and today we're joined by the SCAC Women's Soccer Defensive Player of the Week, sophomore goalkeeper Joey Finley of the Trinity University Tigers. And Joey, congratulations and thanks so much for joining us today.
I'm happy to be here.
Joey, you and the rest of your Tiger teammates coming off your first big road trip of the season, heading up to the Northeast, posting a record of 1-0-1 with a win over Farmingdale State, 2-1 in overtime on Sunday, and in a 0-0 double overtime tie against Stevens on Friday. What did you learn about this team through the course of this road trip, and what were some of the positives coming out of this first big trip of the season?
I think about the team specifically. Honestly, going into the game, I don't think anyone of us really knew a lot about Stevens, especially. And I think we learned that they're definitely a very strong team. And I think they've by far been our greatest challenge so far, which for me was a lot of fun, obviously, because that meant I got to get involved into the game more. And then I would say from the game itself, I learned a lot more about my team as well, just like how competitive we can be. And just because I feel like, especially last season, we didn't get challenged a whole lot just within everything and with the regulations that we had and everything. And so it was really nice to see what we were capable of against a team who really put up like a strong game.
Joey, you mentioned your individual involvement. We take a look at your performance this past weekend. You get to go with a full 110 minutes in that 0-0 double overtime tie against Stevens. You post a season-high 7 saves. Just sort of take me through your performance. How were you able to be so successful between the pipes for the Tigers? What kind of, I don't know, maybe nerves, confidence does that give you, and how intense and pressure mounting are those moments in those close, tight 0-0 games?
Yeah, I feel like a certain amount of pressure comes with the position, in all honesty, just because, you're the absolute last line of defense. Like, if they get past you, they score. But I think a big confidence builder for me was after my first initial save, which, if I'm not wrong, I believe was a corner, was a big confidence builder for me especially. And I think also just the fact that my team never for a second lost confidence in me, even if I made a small mishap or slight step or whatever it might be. I think that helped a lot. And then also just the fact that I was able to get so many saves in definitely helped with my confidence, just because once you make one, then it kind of builds on itself and keeps going, which was a really amazing feeling too. But in terms of nerves, there's always a certain amount of nerves. I've never personally really played that much of a game. I always split playing time more so, and so playing that much I think was just nervous, but it also made me feel really confident in myself because it means that my team trusts me and that my coach trusts me.
As I mentioned, Joey, in your sophomore season, obviously last year your freshman year was certainly looked a lot different, but to just get that experience, to have that shortened season in the spring, to get some minutes under your belt in your first collegiate year, what did you learn through that season, and how much, I guess, has changed in terms of year 1 to year 2, especially in your confidence on the field?
Honestly, I think that having a semi-shortened, less intense year for my first year was something that was really beneficial for me. Of course, it sucked not being able to play the NCAA tournament and not having the full effect of the season. But with the fact that we originally started practicing in the fall because we're supposed to be a fall sport and then not even playing until the spring, I think built a really strong connection. I was able to build a strong connection with my team members that I wouldn't have otherwise been able to build. And I think that kind of connection definitely helps and translates a lot going into my sophomore year, because I already have that basis, especially with the back line and the ability to trust my teammates and know that they trust me. And just that having that relationship and having that confidence into a second year where it becomes much more competitive is kind of a nice transition period to have.
For you, Joy, what's your favorite part about being a member of this Tiger women's soccer program? What do you enjoy the most, whether it's the practices, off the field, competing in the games? What makes being a part of this team special? And what, continues to motivate you to get better each and every day?
Honestly, for me, the thing I love most about my team is how much fun we have. Whether it's just on the field, working as hard as we can in the drills, we're still having fun. And then, for example, this weekend when we traveled, we still made sure to do things together as a team. And I think just having that ability to have fun around each other and it not being super exclusive and a completely locked off environment is really beneficial to me, because it makes me want to show up to practice, and it makes me want to be better for my team and be better just in general. And it gives me the ability to push myself and push other people on my team while also still maintaining that good relationship.
And finally, as we wrap things up, Joey, looking ahead to this weekend, the opening of SCAC play as you welcome both St. Thomas and Centenary to San Antonio. Just your thoughts and expectations going to the weekend. What will be key for this team to continue to build off of the success during non-conference play as we head into SCAC action?
I expect us to be competitive, and I hopefully expect us to be successful. Obviously, as you know, we went off of last season undefeated and won every game in SCAC. And so honestly hoping for the same outcome. Not sure if it'll happen, but nonetheless, I want us to be competitive and I want us to put up a good show no matter what. And just going into SCAC, I want us to be the absolute best team that we can be.
A native of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and this week's SCAC Women's Soccer Defensive Player of the Week, sophomore goalkeeper Joey Finley of the Trinity University Tigers. Joey, again, congratulations on your honor and best of luck as you continue to move forward throughout your sophomore campaign.
Thank you so much.